Clean air's worth a great deal, and he has all of it.
Is that a thing you can practice? Or does it just arrive?
Understood! Down to the circuit! That is the difference between chasing and catching. That is the Pohorsky has gone off early in the lap. To the replay, lap 1. Miller is close enough to be annoying and not close enough to be dangerous. Problem for Zito. The number 1 is sideways and losing everything. Oh, that is heavy.
Tell me he is moving. Somebody tell me he is moving.
Number 1 Seto did not get through there clean either.
What is the first thing he does once it stops?
Moves everything to check it moves, then looks behind him. In that order, always. Quietly effective, win into 6th. The two of them settle it without a word and without touching. That is a conversation of a sort.
That is genuinely clever, and I am annoyed I missed it.
Understood! Let us look at the order. The move once more. Number 1 Sato and number 168 Yap. The car behind is always working harder. You hit trouble coming up to halfway. He fought it, and the fight was already lost.
Is it stressful being out in front like that?
That is a man with a plan and the patience to run it. Let the record show he said it. Lap 3 and every frame of it matters. You are looking a long way further up the road than the car is going. That is the whole trick, and it is the first thing you lose.
I would have lifted. Am I wrong?
One accident, several stories. This is number 39 new. Another angle on the same one, and it is no kinder from over here.
I do not think any angle is going to be kind.
Polsky gains 6 and keeps it.
Is this what you meant by patience?
And on it runs! That is a driver who has decided something.
Does the guy behind him know what just happened?
I will leave it there. Number 7 Leon leads 5-2s to number 5 Chow, unbothered so far.
What is going through his head at this exact second?
On with the show! Nobody has gone quicker than that today. Leon 128.29.
I could watch these all night for a record.
He is not fighting the car at any point. Up, look at that.
Is that a thing you can teach somebody?
Next on the reel, number 44, Nguyen, and number 6, Salakane. Second look at the place that changed hands on lap 6. Jimmy, that is what people mean when they say somebody is racing rather than driving. Number 3, Roland, and number 2, Byron, and there is detail in it. Nothing in that is rushed, and rushing is what ruins these. Builds this sort of thing.
Oh, good, there is more.
Number 1, Sito, and number 168, Yap. Also does number 7, Long, and number 6, Salakane.
Could anybody have defended that?
Not once he was there, would just be trading paint. Number 9, Miller. Same story told closer. A meter to the left, and that is a scruffy moment nobody mentions again.
Is there a bill for that later, or is it free?
Understood and duly logged.
I have been waiting for this replay. Number 7, Leon. Walk me through it.
There. Right there. That is the last moment anybody could have done anything. The second chapter of it. Number 9, Miller.
He crosses half the picture in that. Half of it.
Still it. Number 1, Seto. Find the instant it stops being a save and becomes an accident. It is not where the noise is. Run it back. Number 9, Miller. And look how little room there was. Up. Nowhere to put the car. Up. You can see him look for an exit that is not there. Stay on the tape. Number 1, Seto, is the part people missed.
Knowing what happens does not help, does it?
Never does. I still brace, and I've seen it 4 times now. That is the tape done. Live again. And the race has kept moving. You is close enough to see everything and not close enough to use it.
Do they enjoy this while it is happening or only afterwards?
A useful thought to carry. Leading is lonely, but is also the only place worth being.
Does that hold up over a session, or is it a one-lap trick?
That is the right question. Ask me again once he has done it 30 times. Every one of those positions is worth arguing over somewhere.
Is that rare, or am I just easily impressed?
Both, but mostly it is rare. Porsche knows precisely where he's being looked at.
Is there a right way to do this, or lots of right ways?
I will take the blame for starting that. Nobody at the front is relaxed. Up. They just look it.
I would like a moment. It's just a small one.
That is the most sensible thing said all session. From lap 1, and it does not improve on review.
The car keeps traveling after the hit. I did not expect that.
They always do. All that speed has to go somewhere, and a wall only takes a share of it. Roland and Sato still locked together. The score on that one, once we saw it back, heavy.
Oh, he has hit that hard.
very hard and square on, which is the good way if there is one.
Prohorski is eating into that with real intent.
You can see it if you know where to look. Most people never do.
Put a pin in it. The order has moved. The same moment, number one Seto and their version of it. The move lands. Salakane up to ninth. That gap was comfortable a few laps ago. It is not now.
Would you want to be behind him right now?
You have both been very patient with each other.
You cannot see what is coming for you from the front.
There is so much going on, I keep missing things.
This has become a test of who gets bored first.
Does it get easier the more of those you have done?
Broadly, yes.
We cross into lap 3.
He will take it. I would have wanted more margin.
New benchmark. Nguyen goes quickest with a 1:28.578. Yap has the scent of it now.
Is that me agreeing with Chad? Somebody write it down.
You will not find me disagreeing.
Number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet, and the rest are racing for what is left.
So what am I supposed to be watching for now?
The one who is not fighting the car, he will still be there later.
Fair! I will keep my opinions to myself.
This is where you decide whether to spend everything or wait.
Is anybody going to answer that?
And with that, onward. The fastest lap changes hands. Leon, 1:28.380. Number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet on lap 4.
That is a save nobody will remember, and he will.
And Nguyen advances, 11th, the new address.
2 in a row does something to a driver. He is not thinking about the man behind at all now.
Do they talk about that afterwards, or is it just done?
And now the racing. He is closing without looking like he is trying, which is the good way.
The rest of... He is racing.
Does he know how big his lead is?
He backed off for a heartbeat to make that work. Nobody notices that bit.
Understood and slightly alarmed. Lap 4, how are they still this close together?
There is no substitute for having done it before.
Nobody is going to check, so we press on. And the quick time goes to Miller. Scratch one rival for Byron. The board moved again.
Nothing clever about it. He was simply faster and he used it.
Sometimes that is the whole story, right?
That is what the difference looks like. Klarfeld has not got away, and he has not got through.
There is no version of that I could survive.
The distance is disappearing lap by lap.
How often does that come off?
You wanted honest, that was honest. He is not going to force it, and he is right not to.
Would you have gone for that or waited?
And now the race itself.
Oh, this is going to be something.
It looks calm because they have made it calm. That is the work.
Right. Full attention from me.
This. Number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet. It has been that way for a while.
Fair. Annoying, but fair.
Rewinding to lap 7.
That is the bit I missed. Thank you.
Whatever is going to happen there has not happened yet.
What is the hardest part that nobody watching sees?
That is the theory, anyway.
Third now belongs to Byron.
My hands went up. I did not authorize that.
Nor did mine, and I've seen a few thousand of these.
number 39U and number 3 Roland, and this is the angle that shows it. More from the day's ledger, number 3 Roland and number 2 Byron.
His eyes go to one place and stay there. Nothing else got a look.
Tucked into the stack, number 1 Cito and number 168 Yap.
One line committed to early, never revisited.
Here is how that happened. Number 7 Leong and number 6 Salakay.
Claudio, is that the move of the day so far? It has my vote.
Back to it once more. Number 8 Klarfeld in the feature race.
Watch what the car does with no input at all. That tells you the whole story.
The same moment kept going. Here is number 9 Miller.
Everybody else just misses it. That is remarkable.
Still working through the good ones. Number 24 Bohorski and number 5 Chow.
I did not appreciate that at all first time round.
Final piece of it, number 7 Leong.
Knowing how it ends does not make that easier to watch.
Look at how little he moved. That is the whole answer.
Here is the part the tower could not tell you. Number 9 Miller. Add number 1 Cito to the list from that one.
The scary part is how ordinary the entry looks. Ordinary, gone.
Last look, number 9 Miller.
You can see him look for a gap that is not there anymore.
Where did you learn to see that?
From being on the wrong end of it for about 4 years.
Lap 6 again and stay with the car on the inside.
That is where it begins. Everything else you are watching is a consequence.
That is the tape done. Live again. And the race has kept moving.
The front is the hardest place to stay calm.
So what should I be watching for next?
Whether he can hold it together when somebody arrives. The season is a different sport from the race. Same cars, different maths.
A good spot. That is why he sits there.
That is the whole lesson, really. Every venue asks a different question. This one keeps asking it.
Every time you two explain one, I like it more.
Every lap he spends there is a lap he is not going anywhere else.
That sounds like a warning.
It is! Somebody behind is enjoying this.
I always feel for the leader. All that to lose.
So the afternoon writes another paragraph.
Right, I am watching properly now.
The quiet finishers are the ones the table rewards.
Look, I have completely forgotten what I was supposed to be doing.
That is how it feels. Take it or leave it.
I would pay just to walk the length of this place.
Duly noted and duly enjoyed.
That is me finished on the subject.
The same two cars, the same order, another lap gone.
There was a simpler way to do that.
I would draw nothing and add less. Number 2, Byron. Watch how little warning there is.
The bill grows. Number 168 Yap now.
That is a lot of car going a long way sideways.
And every metre of it out of his control.
Nguyen holds. Pohorski waits.
The car told him that was on. He just believed it.
Okay, that is enough learning for one afternoon.
Leading the way, number 7, Leon, leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet.
Late, but late on purpose. There is a difference, and it is everything.
Gel Muscles into 3rd.
Would anybody else out there try that?
Two of them, and one of the two would be in the barrier.
closes on Leon.
Do you see the other car or just sense it?
Precisely. And so we continue. Forward progress, Roland up into 9th.
The tidy ones never look like much. Up, that is the tell.
So the boring looking ones are the good ones. Got it.
This is the incident. Number 6, Salakane.
Everything before the moment looks completely normal. That is the frightening part.
What is the hardest thing about what he is doing right now?
Number 7, Leon leads 0.5s to number 9, Miller, untroubled for the moment.
I am fully invested and it is only lap 4.
He has found something. That is not effort, that is rhythm.
I understood about a third of that and loved all of it.
1:28.551, that is the fastest lap of the feature race, and it belongs to you.
My jaw has been clenched for about 4 minutes.
The afternoon keeps handing us things.
I am nodding again.
Out there on your own, you race the clock and nothing else.
Put that on a poster.
Lap 7 is where the guessing stops and the driving starts.
A moment that could have gone anywhere and did not.
Every lap Miller arrives a little sooner. Leon can feel it. Everybody can.
Every lap adds a little more to the picture. Number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet, and the afternoon is his to lose. The number 24 makes short work of that. Pohosky to 6th.
Second one of those, and the field is starting to notice.
Everybody is looking in the wrong mirror now. That is close enough that I am nervous for both of them.
I have seen that end badly enough times to not applaud yet.
Back to the cars.
The 2 sips out of the lane and away.
Chad, how long does that feel from the cockpit? Forever, I would guess.
Out front, number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet. Locked together still. The fight for P8 refuses to resolve.
That is a driver who knows exactly how much he has.
And Seto takes 7th.
Quietly, 2. No drama, no contact, just gone. I respect that.
Leon needs a clean lap and he needs it now.
There is so much more to this than I thought.
Filed, and we move.
we talk about the leader for a second? Because nobody is making him sweat.
Number 7 Leon leads, 0.6 to number 9 Miller, and that gap has been steady.
Miller has the pace to stay, not the pace to pass. Yet, these things move in inches.
I want to see that again slowly.
You would see nothing. It's one small thing done early and it does not photograph.
We tick past lap 10.
That is going straight onto my phone.
Oh, simple as that, really.
At the head of it all, number 7 Leon leads, 0.7 to number 9 Miller.
The margins are absurd and they all live inside them.
The circuit will make the argument better than either of you. Klarfeld still there, still 7/10 back. This one is not settled.
The car moved first and he was only a fraction behind it.
Lap 10, past the fidgeting, into the work.
I have been doing this long enough to know when to stay quiet.
We shall return to that when somebody proves it.
So he just has to not make a mistake for the rest of it.
He never once looked like he was hurrying. That is deliberate.
On which cheerful note, the circuit.
He has picked his moment to start pushing and it was a while ago.
Nobody else has attempted that today. Through lap 11 we go.
Do the good ones all do it the same way?
Not remotely. That is what makes watching them worth the trouble.
Number 7 Leon leads, 0.4 to number 9 Miller.
But leading quietly is still leading. No mistakes up there, none.
These two have been at it so long, they are basically pen pals.
That is a man spending everything he has and keeping the receipt.
The leader pits. Sato gives up the track position.
Bold. Now everyone behind him gets to answer the same question.
Klarfeld claims 6th.
Does the other one get a say in any of that?
Not really. By the time you feel it, it is done.
A hard thing done as though it were easy. Nguyen exits and the afternoon resumes for him.
You lose more in the two corners after than in the stop itself.
He has my full attention from here on.
Same story at the front. Number 7 Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet.
How tiring is that to keep up?
Enormously, but you cannot let it show, which is a second job on top of the first.
No change between you and Miller.
Every single one of them is better at this than I am at anything.
Where were we? Pohorski made his decision a moment back. He stopped.
The stop is over before the driver has finished thinking about it.
Precision under a certain amount of duress. Number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet, with clean road ahead.
Is the crowd seeing what we are seeing?
I've been wrong before.
Back to the day job for Pohorski.
I love this bit. Everybody suddenly has a job.
Everybody except the driver. He just sits there feeling useless.
Lap 13, the early noise has burned off.
I am running out of ways to say wow.
Take that or leave it. It is what happened.
No change at the head of it. Number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet.
Is it strange out there on your own?
Lonely and busy at once. Nobody to measure yourself against.
Pohorski is close. Close is not past.
I have picked the wrong person to be nervous about, haven't I?
Sounds about right.
Miller back out. P3, the number beside his name.
Is it worse for the crew or the driver?
From the seat that looks like nothing at all. From up here it is the whole difference.
That will do nicely. Neatly done. Nguyen through to 5th.
Neither of them moves offline by much at all. It's a pass made almost entirely out of speed.
And the race goes on around all of it. Leading the way, number 7, Leon leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet.
Not a wheel out of place from him all afternoon.
I keep waiting for somebody to blink in this fight, and nobody will.
He committed and then he stopped thinking about it. Correct order.
I have written that down, which should worry you. Lap 15, and the running order has settled into something.
He is holding something that wants very badly to lead. Quick, but you only get so many of those.
Neatly done by you.
He had to commit before he could see it was going to work.
Well, that is the part I could never do. Not once.
Everything about that was early. Early is the whole trick.
Chow takes to the road again.
4 seconds of standing still and a whole afternoon riding on it.
Is that something you can practice, or do you just have it?
You will see it yourself in a minute. Cal will have seen that on his board by now.
Okay. Okay. I am fine. That was fine.
You are learning. Slowly, but you are learning. Defending like that for this long is exhausting. The mirrors get very loud.
That looked so much harder than he made it look.
And still number 39U leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet.
Boring from the outside. Anything but from in there.
Pack shuffles. Roland comes out ahead ninth.
Is that a big deal or a small deal?
One place. And every man out there would trade an awful lot for one place.
Lap 70 and it stays close.
He gambled with something he could afford to lose. Just...
Klarfeld is released and away.
The lane speed limit is the longest 10 seconds anywhere on the circuit.
Lap 17 as it happened.
And happening is the right word. It's still going on when the clip ends.
Number 39U leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet as we run through lap 18.
Is fatigue a factor by now, or is that later?
And now something is happening. Good timing. That is a solo one for Klarfeld early in the lap.
Oh no! Oh no, no, no!
Big one. Let us give it a second and see him move.
Please.
Anybody can do it once. Doing it every lap is the job.
Somewhere a driver is doing something about it. Fight for P4 is on. 4/10 covers it.
He has spent that carefully. Most people spend it all at once.
I am satisfied.
Yap is patched up and going again.
That is a professional's pass. Yap 10th, no drama.
Chad, is that as hard as it looks from out here?
Harder. You are trusting somebody else to leave the room open.
A moment worth marking.
And that is the last I will say about it.
Yap returns to the circuit in P10.
What is he thinking about while he waits?
Where he's gonna come out. Nothing else.
Here we go, here we go. Salakane has found some pace and he's using it.
You're getting good at this. It is unsettling.
I shall remember you said that.
Move over cleanly and lose nothing. Fight it and you lose plenty.
The man setting the pace. Number 39U leads on the road. Positions are not settled yet.
And nobody's laid a glove on him yet.
Three-tenths apart, and it has been 3/10 apart for a while now. Raikkonen's afternoon improved by 1 position.
This has stopped being a surprise.
It has. And that is a compliment, though it does not sound like one.
Number 7, Leon, and number 168, Yap, while we are here.
He has put the car where the other man cannot argue with it.
Give me the beginner's version of that.
He is being tidy while everybody else is being quick. It works out the same and it lasts longer. There is no panic in that at all, just arithmetic.
I'm going to need that explained again in about 10 minutes.
Number 39, Yu leads. 2.7s to number 7, Leon, controlling this from the front.
There is an art to being unremarkable at speed.
Good. Elsewhere on the circuit. Lap 21, and the board is worth another look.
Confidence out there is a resource and it runs down.
I shall borrow that. Xiao is about to have a very different afternoon.
That is worth an afternoon of anybody's time.
Consider it entered into evidence. Up the road and 9 Yu leads. 1.5s to number 7 Leong.
You feel the rear ask a question and you have to answer immediately.
Lap 22. The order is holding its shape.
Somebody out there is having the afternoon of their life.
The circuit, meanwhile, has not waited.
I love that today can rearrange a whole season.
He has been waiting to use that for a while.
Now I feel clever.
The pressure is constant, so is the answer. Pohorski has not put a wheel wrong yet.
I am learning things I did not know I wanted to know.
Blue flags now for the traffic ahead. Yap, 4/10 behind win for P5. This is the one to watch.
Small margins, and he took the smaller one.
Meanwhile, the front has not changed. Number 39 Yu leads. 5.2s to number 7 Leong.
Is that the move you planned or the one you are left with?
Done. Next problem. Lap 23 of the feature race. Nobody is a hero from here.
Where does this leave the championship, roughly?
He has answered a question nobody had asked out loud. You can hold somebody up, honestly. He is doing that
and the order rearrange itself accordingly.
Yep, watch it.
Number 39, Yu leads, 4.6s to number 7, Leon.
He has made that look completely uneventful, which I assume is the hard part.
The order starts with number 39, Yu leads, from number 7, Leon.
You commit, and then you spend the rest of it paying for the commitment.